we come to bars and love is hard to find. How could we let it slip away? Oh. Come to bars. Things we said today. See, these make charcoal. That's for sulfur. That's for metal. Wired up.
Diesel fuel.
I don't know what you do with that. Something. I think you take it to the excavator or some shit like that. There's like a thing on the map.
And in what my hand this clock never seems so long. I can't keep up, and I can't back down. I've been losing so much time. 'Cause
There's you and me, and all of the people, and nothing to do, nothing to lose. And there's you and me, and all of the people, and I don't know why I can't take my eyes off of you.
Well, that I wanna say just aren't coming out. I'm tripping words, you got my head spinning. I don't know where to go from here. 'Cause it's you and me, and I need nothing to do. Nothing but that's you and me, and I keep on going. I can't keep my thoughts off of you. I can't be First you and me, and all of the people, nothing to do, nothing to lose, and there's you and me, and all of the people never know. I can't keep myself from you. And all of the people, nothing to do. Nothing to it's you and me, and all people never know. I can't keep myself off of you. You're crazy. And then what my heart this clock never seems so long. Leaning down as cold as night. Shadows of a man, face through a window, bright in the night. The night goes in, the morning, just another day. I see people pass my way. Looking in their eyes, I see a memory that never realized how happy you made me.
Oh man, well you came and you gave without taking, and I sent you away. Oh man, you kissed me and stopped me from shaking, and I need you today. Oh man, oh man.
Standing on the edge of time, walk away with closed mind. Caught up in the world, on the uphill climb. Tears are
And it's rhyming, oh man.
Will you gave without taking. But I sent you away, oh man. Will you kiss me and stop me from shaking? And I
Need you today, oh man.
Yesterday the dream I faced the moment, traveling on a breeze. Oh, but I sent you away, oh man. You kissed me and stopped your proceeding. And I need you today, oh baby. You came, I take it. But I sent you away, oh baby. You kissed me and stopped your proceeding. And I need you.
Zamani formiashi, okay, so for the physics, maximum, I just okay.
What'd you say? Did I watch what?
You watched the Theo Von Trump?
Yeah, we watched it on the stream. Night it came out. Pretty good.
I missed that stream then. I was probably
We watched it the night it came out.
at work. I heard what people say that the podcast interview thing helped Trump.
Yeah, they hate when he does a podcast.
So is it like confirmed that RFK is going to be in his cabinet or what if he gets in?
I don't know. I think something's gonna go on.
I heard
Oh my god.
that Trump is going to have him do the same thing that his dad did when he was in his JFK's administration. Look at that. This wall out here.
Man,
It decayed. Oh, damn, the doors are decaying too. What the?
shit. I need stuff in that TC.
over here, go.
The whole wall collapsed?
Yeah, top. Like one of these fucking windows, I think up here. You know, any piece of shit game. Way back.
Oh, what the? Oh, that was metal there. Okay. These little metal things are decaying. Fuck! God damn it. They're all gone, dude. What the fuck? Damn. Should decay quick. How the fuck? Well, that's no good.
Blown down the highway by two different winds. Lord only knows when I'll see you again. You're about as close as the stars up above. You're not a long distance love. Kentucky bluebird, I heard your song today. When I try to touch you, you fly. Lose the feeling I'm learning so well. Turn on the TV in another motion. Turn down the volume and stare at the wall. I wish you would call. Kentucky bluebird, heard your song today. When I try to touch you, you run away. Now I think the miles between us maybe longer each day. And this dream, and you should have seen us holding each other and drifting away. Kentucky bluebird, I heard your song today. When I tried to touch you with love. Kentucky bluebird, heard your song today.
When I try to touch you, you fly away. Stop!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mambo number 5. One, two, three, four, five. Everybody in the car, so come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner. The boys say they want some gin and juice, but I really don't wanna. I must stay, just honest. I like extra, Amazon, Sandra, and Rita. And as I continue, you know it's getting sweeter. So what I have to do, I really thank you. But the way to these is just like sports. It's all good, baby. I'm business like it's the trumpet. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side. A little bit of Rita for us. A little bit of Tina for us. A little bit of Sandra in the sun. A little bit of magic all night long. A little bit of Jessica till I am. A little bit of you and me. Mambo number 5. Jump up and down and move it all around. Shake your hands to the sound, put your hands on the ground. Show one step left and one step right. One to the front and one to the side. Make your hands first and make your hands twice. And your hands sway. A little bit of makeup, a little bit of Erica on my side. A little bit of Rita on my knee. A little bit of Tina on my seat. A little bit of Sandra in the sun. A little bit of magic all night long. A little bit of Jessica in my hand. A little bit of Jason, your name.
Well, everybody talks about California quakes, but the first time I met here, she in Miami. When it speaks, oh, it shook me. I know I loved her and I made a mistake, but she said be sure now call. Even in the taxi, I could hear my telephone. Oh,
Miami.
What took it so long? I thought you was ahead. Oh, I am in my yeah, girl. Now it's hard to say please come back. That I'm on my way. Train for the I won't give up. That's all she had to say. Goodbye. Now once again, I'm finding back.
People is working. He always works. Where you been? Nowhere.
Cause I don't mind will be waiting at that bar. Yeah, I ain't waiting. I am.
Amy.
Wonder if so long. Yeah,
Call Miami. Oh, Miami.
Yeah.
It's never just fun before I met you. Drink too much, that's an issue. Okay. Some of your friends was nice to meet them, but I never see. Yeah. I know it breaks your heart, even to the city, and I wrote to the job. 4 years no love, you can be in a hotel. Messed up. Can't stay. So busy, we go so in the backseat of your that I know you can't afford. Like that tattoo on your shoulder, the sheets right off the corner of the mattress that you saw from your room. Like you know that we
You don't have a garage? Too rich.
They didn't take us when they returned.
Ain't nobody ain't got bombs. Ain't even gonna get a level 3. Got no time for it. A weekly server. If ever make it to level 3 this wipe, I gotta unlock all level 2 stuff. A few more level 1 things too to get. I'm already started on this one. Just gonna play till Thursday. See what happens after that. Damn it. I think this is all going to the main branch at the end of this month. I don't know. That's what I heard. If it does, go back to main branch, play on a custom server, do all these gas blueprints and shit. It's fucking getting scrap and shit, it takes forever. Can't do nothing. Lock all this shit. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, fucking annoying. Automation's nice. I'm set up here. Could actually set it up to where you could refill everything like this, your lockers, everything. Just have to set it all up. They need to add signs in the game. Need signs. You can label shit. Put some drop boxes on the outside of the base, and then you put the metal in them and go right into the metal box, open the sulfur box. You won't even have to go in the base. When you're farming, you can just drop it up in the drop boxes, and you can just go back to farming. You just got to understand how Rust is meant to be played. First of all, it's a team game. You're not really meant to play by yourself. I mean, you can, but you ain't going to get very far. Unless you're just fucking really good at PvP and you just kill everybody you fucking run across, take their shit. But you need like a team of people. You need like one guy that builds all this shit. Everybody else runs around, fights, and farms and does all that shit. You set all your automation up. And then you're good to go. Oh, you don't even need large furnaces anymore, fuck. Point. You gotta put wood in them. Let's use the electric furnace. You see, it just crafts my gunpowder for me. I gotta do shit. Pulls the sulfur out of here, pulls the charcoal out of here. And I got the charcoal cooking in this. Pulls the wood out of the box so they stay full, and it just takes the charcoal, puts in that box down there. I got sulfur over here, and I got metal over here. You don't even gotta come up here. You don't even gotta come up here for it.
Pick the side up, or
Pick what up?
planter.
So you could have different bases. You could have different bases, and then you could use these pipes, connect everything. Light can do with this shit. To make a separate base just to put the loot in. Just to store all your shit, all your metal and all that. That way when they raid your main base, your main base got all your furnaces in it and shit, workbenches, but all your loot is in another base. It's all transported to the other base. I'm not building a bunch of shit. I'm just figuring out all this new stuff they added. I'll wait till we get on a monthly. I'll build some crazy shit. I ain't doing that on there. Figure out all you can do with this shit. They need it so it can automatically farm your crops and put them in the refrigerator. That'd be sick. You wouldn't have to worry about going up there and picking all that shit and make a farm. Can't wall off monuments anymore. It's too hard. They made it too hard. Those days are gone. Much work. Done it anyway. Makes your gunpowder for you. Gotta get the Python pistol. There's a damn pistol. There it is. We need to get a tugboat. It'd be sick to have the tugboat. Then we'll build a base in like the ocean that we can park the tugboat inside. You can live in the tugboat though. You can put chests in there and everything. But I think you build a base out in the ocean, you put the tugboat in it. I've never got a hold of one. I've seen one, but it's always got doors on it. Blow the doors up, though, and take it. You got bombs. I don't have bombs yet.
Have you tried to do use that piping to where the like metal and stone and that can fill up the TCs or no?
Yeah, you can do that.
Nice.
Oh, it is fucking damaged. No, it's not. What the fuck? Okay. Gotta fucking find that video to know how to wire this up. O.C. Gabbard has endorsed Donald Trump. Your thoughts?
I figured she would. You think that she'll end up somehow being in his cabinet if he wins? I can see her being his.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. To try a cylindrical defense system you can employ in your clan, small group, and even solo basis. It'll hold back raiders if you're being courted or branch and Tesla coil. The wiring might look complicated at first, but it's very easy to follow. First, wire from your battery output to your first branch. Set that branch to 21 and branch out to the A input of your AND switch. From your first branch, power out, wire to the second branch, power in, and wire that branch out to your heartbeat sensor. From your heartbeat sensors, out
Slow down, brother.
Follow. First, wire from your battery output to your first branch. Set that branch to 21 and branch out to the A input of your AND switch. From your first branch, power out, wire to the second branch, power in, and wire that branch out to your heartbeat sensor. From your heartbeat sensor's output, wire back to the B input. Set that branch to 21 and branch out to the A input of your AND switch. From the first branch, power out, wire to the second branch, power in, and wire that branch out to your heartbeat sensor. First wire from your battery output to your first branch. Set that branch to 21 and branch out to the A input of your AND switch. From your first branch, power out, wire to the second branch, power in, and wire that branch out to your heartbeat sensor. From your heartbeat sensor's output, wire back to the B input of your AND switch. From the output of your AND switch, wire to the input of your third branch and set the branch amount to 10, and then wire back. Your third branch out to your heartbeat sensor. From your heartbeat sensor's output, wire back to the B input of your AND switch. From the output of your AND switch, to the input of your third branch and set the branch amount. To 10. And then wire both Teslas to your branch out and power out. Things to keep in mind with this system: always keep your heartbeat sensor as hidden as possible while remaining in line of where a raider would walk through, and also always keep your heartbeat sensors on authorized excluded so your friends do not get zapped. Good luck and have fun out there.
Ain't this shit working? Oh, maybe it is. Fuck's sake. There it is. Fry your ass up. I want to spawn inside. Leave. And now what? He needs people taking a smoke break. You better hope Trump wins that election. I'm telling you. You better fucking. Pray.
I felt the sorrow that he shared with them in their loss. I felt and saw his sincere appreciation for these servicemen and women who paid the ultimate price and their loved ones who continue to grieve to this day. This is personal for me, as I know it is for so many of you here. This is real. It's not just words. I first deployed to Iraq in 2005 with the Hawaii Army National Guard as a member of Charlie Med. As those of you who are deployed during that time know, it was the height of the war, and sadly we took many casualties. And every day we were confronted with that high human cost of war and that sadness as we boarded the plane when we left, that we were leaving some of our brothers and sisters behind, only to lose others when we got home to suicide. So I mean what I say when I share with you that I know that President Trump understands the grave responsibility that a President Commander-in-Chief bears for every single one of our lives. Whether you're a soldier, you're an airman, a Marine, sailor, or a Coast Guard, he keeps us in his heart in the decisions that he makes. We saw this through his first term in the presidency, when he not only didn't start any new wars, he took action to de-escalate and prevent wars. He exercised the courage that we expect from our commander-in-chief in exhausting all measures of diplomacy, having the courage to meet with adversaries, dictators, allies, and partners alike in the pursuit of peace, seeing war as a last resort. The truth is, as we head towards our decision as a country in November, the same cannot be said about Kamala Harris. In fact, the opposite is true. If you're living through this reality today, as this administration has us facing multiple wars on multiple fronts and regions around the world, and closer to the brink of nuclear war than we ever have been before. This is one of the main reasons why I'm committed to doing all that I can to send President Trump back to the White House where he can once again serve us as our commander-in-chief. Because I am confident that his first task will be to do the work to walk us back from the brink of war. We cannot be prosperous unless we are at peace.
Yeah, who would?
And we can't live free as long as we have a government that is retaliating against its political opponents and undermining our civil liberties, weaponizing our very institutions against those they deem as a threat. Kamala Harris has done this over the last 3.5 years. She won't hesitate to continue that if she is elected as president. President Trump has been their first and foremost target in this because they don't want us as voters even have the option to vote for him. I've been their most recent target, added to a secret domestic terror watch list after exposing the truth about what kind of dangers we would face if Kamala Harris is elected as president. We as Americans must stand together to reject this anti-freedom culture of political retaliation and abuse of power. We can't allow our country to be destroyed by politicians who will put their own power ahead of the interests of the American people, our freedom, and our future.
I'm going down.
I am proud to stand here before you today, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, or an independent. If you love our country, as I do, if you cherish peace and freedom as we do, I invite you to join me in doing all that we can to save our country and elect President Donald J. Trump and send him back to the White House to do the tough work of saving our country and serving the people. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Hey, my sister, did you see what I guess you guys a psycho sister?
Hey. Didn't know that.
Intense, yes.
Is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Welcome to Talk to Me Sunday.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, so let's get this out of the way up front. You and President Trump not always fans of each other. He posted on social media earlier this year, he's one of the most liberal lunatics ever to run for office. A phony radical left fool whose poll numbers are terrible and getting worse. The New Yorker said just a couple of weeks ago this, in a recent text exchange, Kennedy told one person that Trump was a terrible human being. The worst president ever and barely human. He is probably a sociopath. I haven't read your text, so you can speak to that. But how did you get from that position to Friday night?
Well, you know, it became clear to me that I did not have a path in victory. 60 months of censorship, of not being able to get on any network really except for Fox. And I had, in fact, when Ross Perot ran, in the 10 months that he ran, he had 34 appearances on the networks. I had 2 appearances in 16 months. So I was blocked out from networks. I was blocked out from the day I had no path to victory. President Trump had been reaching out to me. And I talked to him about a few hours after the assassination attempt, and we had a long conversation by phone. I then had 2 extensive meetings, and there were issues, the broad issues that were most important to me, the ones that brought into the campaign, which was ending the Ukraine war, ending the censorship and protecting children's health. We're reforming our food supply, all the things that we need to do to make our children healthy again. Those are all things that President Trump also wanted to work on. And he invited me from a unity government. We agreed that we'd be able to continue to criticize each other on the issues on which we don't agree. But these issues are so important in their way of unifying.
So guys, we're gonna hop in this store. Hundreds are everywhere. Hopefully I can find it. If not, my homie still has this thing called Whatnot. See if we can find it there. Unfortunately, we weren't.
Country. We needed this country to reach a point where we love our children more than we hate each other.
It's a good unifying theme that I think a lot of people can get around. Is how we get there. That's always the devil is in details. Have you all negotiated over or talked about a cabinet position, another position within a Trump government, in exchange for your involvement?
No. There's no commitments. But I met with President Trump, with his family, with his closer advisors, and we just made a general commitment that we were going to work together.
What about the states where you're trying to get off of a number of swing state ballots to say, I'm going to stay on a number of state ballots, but in these swing states, I'm going to try to withdraw myself and ask my supporters, or at least you're telling them, think about supporting President Trump. Did you negotiate over which states you would try to withdraw from?
Yeah, I mean, we all knew which states they were. They're basically 10 swing states. Where my presence in the race would have helped Vice President Harris and would have harmed President Trump. So I'm going to get off the ballot in those states, and then we're going to stay on the ballot in 30 states. And I'm encouraging people to vote for me in those states. Those are states where the votes, they're either all red or all blue states, where their votes are not going to change the outcome of the race. But in the states where I would have been a spoiler, I moved out. It was about 10 states.
Okay, so there were reports a couple weeks ago citing an official from your camp and also a Democratic official saying that there had been outreach to the Harris camp as well to possibly discuss you working within the Harris administration in exchange for an endorsement of her. Is that true, and what happened to that?
I reached out to them on the same basis that I reached out to President Trump, and we actually talked to other presidential candidates, Chase Oliver and the Libertarian Party, about figuring out ways that we could end the polarization and the hatred and the vitriol, start talking about issues. And I was welcome to listen to anything from the Democrats that they were going to do something about the war, about the Ukraine war, about the censorship, about the child health crisis, this epidemic of chronic disease that has now disabled about 60% of our kids. When my uncle was President Shannon, only 6% of Americans had chronic disease. Today, over 60% do. And, it's hard to find a kid today that's not too damaged by it. And it's coming from our food supply, from pollution in our environment, from toxics in our environment, and mainly from corruption in our government that allows that to happen.
You've talked about, or there's been discussion that if you were to join the Trump administration in some health-related position, that you have real interest in dismantling things like the FDA, the CDC, NIH. You would like to see focus away from infectious diseases to what you're talking about, more chronic diseases. Is it fair to say that you would try to dismantle some of those organizations?
No, I wouldn't dismantle them. I would change the focus, and I would end the corruption. Right now, 75% of the FDA's budget is committed to pharmaceutical companies. That is a perverse incentive. In NIH, scientists and officials in NIH work on drug development, incubate drugs for the pharmaceutical company, get to collect lifetime royalties. from those products. These are regulators. They're supposed to be looking for problems in those products. We have these agencies that have become sock puppets for the industries they're supposed to regulate. So they're not really interested in public health. Everybody, the most profitable thing today in America is a sick child. Everybody's making money. The hospitals are making money. The pharmaceutical companies are making money. Even the insurance companies are making money. And we need to end those perverse incentives. We need to get the corruption out of FDA, out of NIH, out of CDC, and make them function as they're supposed to function, which is to protect public health and particularly children's health.
To go back to your decision from Friday, both you and Nicole Shanahan, you're running, they have talked about how you feel like the Democrats completely mistreated you, excluded you from the process. How much of your decision Friday is about revenge or motivated by punishing Democrats?
Zero. I don't act in anything in my life. I don't act out of anger or revenge or resentment. It's a bad motivation. It's like swallowing poison and hoping someone else will die. And so I will do it. I'm very pragmatic and practical, and I am focused on one thing, which is how do we restore health for children. And that touches many, many other issues. How do we regenerate our soils in this country? How do we protect small family farmers? The incentives are all going to commodity agriculture, and that's what is feeding this chronic disease epidemic, the processed foods that are created by commodity agriculture. So we need to do all of these things at once. Protect small farmers, restore our soil, regenerative agriculture, and to get the corruption out of the federal government and make these agencies do what they were created to do, which is to protect our health and not serve the mercantile interests of the pharmaceutical companies and the processed food industry.
This decision is not without personal cost for you. Your own family went to the White House on St. Patrick's Day, took a huge picture with President Biden, made clear who they were supporting. Friday night, your siblings issued this statement. We believe in Harrison Waltz. Our brother Bobby's decision to endorse Trump today is a betrayal of the values that our father and our family hold most dear. You posted on X Friday night saying you're grateful to your amazing wife because the decision that you've made is one that she's uncomfortable with. So talk to us about the personal backlash you have to deal with.
Yeah, my family is at the center of the Democratic Party. I have 5 members of my family that are working for the Biden administration. President Biden has a bus in my father's behind him if you ever want to. He's been a family friend for many, many years. And my family is, I understand that they're troubled by my decisions, but, I love my family. I feel like we were raised in a milieu where we were encouraged to debate each other and debate ferociously and passionately about things, but just still love each other. So, they can, they're free to take their positions on these issues. There are many, many members of my family who are working in my campaign or are supporting me. I have a very big family. There's a few of them that are troubled. But, I think we all need to be able to disagree with each other and still love each other.
Wall Street Journal has this. They say it's a double-edged sword, essentially, that it may help President Trump to pick up some of your followers if they're willing to go over there. But they warn about what you would do in his administration. They say this: RFK Jr., if he's anywhere near the healthcare or environmental agencies in a Trump administration, look out. Mr. Trump's best response is to thank RFK Jr. for his support, make no promises about the future, and by all means avoid joint campaign appearances. You've already had one. Will you have others? Will you campaign for
I'm going to be campaigning actively. I think President Trump is going to make a series of announcements of the Democrats who are joining his campaign. And, I want to make America healthy again, and so does President Trump. So those are objectives. The Wall Street Journal may be worried about shareholder value for pharmaceutical companies, and I think, I talked specifically to President Trump about that issue. He said that he wanted to leave as his legacy healthy children, and that, that he was unconcerned about the other implications.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr., thank you for your time today. We'll see you on the campaign trail.
Shannon, thanks so much for having me.
Show me how. You see, personally, I'm tired of seeing our effect.
RFK.
Traditionally not necessarily for Republicans. I'm not the average Republican. Exactly. So, and neither are you. And so, please, some of you.
對啊，先一次又話佢哋跟翻啊，佢哋睇你佢哋成為喺營地you know, representing the Union. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. I'm so honored to represent the Vietnamese American community. Next year is the 50th anniversary of Paul Saigon, and we'll have the first Vietnamese American U.S. senators on the anniversary. So, yeah.
You know what you just said is actually the first. That you should be the first. And it's time to have somebody. So I don't think it's not that the big here. And I thank you very much. Real, I'm bounded by something. You can show me something. It's nothing beautiful. I don't know what it is. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it. They're the important ones.
So we did want to share this live look with you. This is happening right now in Falls Church, Virginia. Former President Trump making an unexpected stop right there at a Vietnamese-focused retail complex, speaking with restaurant goers right there inside the restaurant, speaking alongside a candidate right there, and former President Trump supporting the candidate. And you can actually see one of the women right there asking the former president to sign her book. Now, all of this comes after Trump was at a wreath-laying ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery to honor 13 fallen U.S. service members who were killed 3 years ago at the Kabul airport in Afghanistan. So you can see he is now continuing to make remarks. We're going to raise the audio once again and listen in.
Hillary Clinton, the questions, which was at CNN, maybe, is that right? Donna Brazil gave the questions, you know that, right? That was her. I'm looking, I said, I haven't seen her in a long time. But she's the one that gave the questions to debate Hillary Clinton, Hillary. And when I look at that, and I look at, there was some other, a blonde woman, I have no idea who she was. The level of hostility was incredible. And Reince was in there, but he was literally a little bit softer than he should be, to be honest with you. But when I looked at the hostility of that, I said, why am I doing it? Let's do it with another network. I want to do it. You know, I won because of debates. Ask Biden. I won because of debates. I want to do debates. But she, the head of ABC, is her comrade's best friend. You know that, right? They're like husbands and the whole thing. What kind of a deal is that? I want to have a fair debate. And you know, they can ask me tough questions. I don't mind. I think I've heard them all from you. I hear them every day. But I think it's very unfair. The single worst network for unfairness, I think, worse than CNN, worse than NBC, which is really hard to play. CBS is probably the best of the group. Fox is the best, but of the other side. As an example, today we had a celebration of some great people, some great people who passed away, who were killed in the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, Afghanistan. Because we had an incompetent president with incompetent people leading it, and every one of those people should have been fired. He never fires anyone. Those generals, Milley, and every one of them should have been fired. They took the military out first. If I asked, do we have any children? Because if I asked a child, who should go first? They would say everything but the military. They took the military out first, and then it was a bloodbath. A horrible thing. A horrible thing. I just went to Arlington Cemetery and you saw
a child.
the ceremony with the parents, the sisters in one case, brothers in another case. And these are people that should have never been killed. And when you see the fact that nobody's mentioning Afghanistan, now this is the third year This is, I hate to even call it an anniversary. I don't like the word anniversary just is. But this is the third year of that tragic event. And because of that event, we did so badly that Russia went in and invaded Ukraine. Israel was attacked, as you know, on October 7th. We have people don't respect us. They don't respect us anymore as a country. And where is our president? We don't even have a president. We have a fascist person running who's incompetent, and we have a president who's not even around. He went to California for a vacation because they threw him essentially out of the party. And then he came back home and he said, well, is he going to go to the White House? No, he went to Delaware to take another vacation. And you got Russia over there with like nuclear threats. We didn't have a president. We got to have a real president that's respected. So as to your question, I think it's disgraceful. And I think ABC is a disgrace. I think having Donna Brazile sitting on that panel, she's the one that gave the answers and the questions to Hillary Clinton before a debate. I think ABC should be shut out. I'd much rather do it on NBC. I'd much rather do it on CBS, frankly. I think CBS is very unfair, but the best of the group. And certainly I do it on Fox. I'd even do it on CNN. I thought CNN treated us very fairly the last time. I think Jake Tapper was very fair. Dana Vance was very fair. But when I watched this interview of Tom Cotton, fortunately he's a total pro, he knows what he's doing. And then when I watched the roundtable after that, I said the hostility is crazy. So we're thinking about it. They also want to change the rules. You know, the deal was we keep the same rules. Now all of a sudden they want to make a change in the rules because she can't answer questions. Why doesn't she do a couple of question answers? Why doesn't she do something like I'm doing right now? She can't talk. We can't have another dummy as a president. Okay? We cannot have a dummy. And the people from Vietnam agree with that.
Wait, do you want the microphone muted in the debate whenever you're not speaking?
We agreed to the same rules. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. I'd rather have it probably on, but the agreement would be the same as it was last time. In that case, it was muted. I didn't like it the last time, but it worked out fine. Ask Biden, it worked out, it was fun. And I think it should be the same. We agreed to the same rules. Same rules and same specifications. And I think that's probably what it should be. But they're trying to change it. The truth is they're trying to get out of it. Because she doesn't want to debate. She's not a good debater. She's not a smart person. She doesn't want to debate. But when I looked at the hostility during the weekend, you watch it. This week with George Slopadopoulos. And the Vietnamese didn't get that one. You got it. You didn't get it. But no, we want to have fairness. We have to bring fairness back to the country. And we have to have a president. We are the closest to World War III, I believe, that we've ever been right now, right this second. And we have a man that just took a vacation to California. He was on the beach. He came back today. Where's he going? Delaware. Why? Another vacation. He's gone for another week. That's not the Vietnamese. They're hard-working people, aren't they?
Are you specifically preparing for the debate?
I'm not. I'm not spending a lot of time on it. I think my whole life I've been preparing for a debate. You know, you can go in and you can have all sorts of sessions. I watched Mitt Romney go in and he worked so hard. Every 4 weeks he locked himself into a lock cabin. And then he developed lockjaw. He couldn't speak. I watched. I mean, you have to be real. You know, you can't cram knowledge into your head for, 30 years of knowledge in 1 week. So, there's a little debate prep. But I've always done it more or less the same way. And you have to know your subject. I think I know my subject. I think I know it better than anybody. I created the greatest economy in history. We rebuilt the military. We had no wars other than ISIS, which I inherited, and I beat ISIS in 4 weeks. 4 weeks, rebuilt the military. And then you see they gave away a lot of the stuff that I rebuilt. They gave billions of dollars away to Afghanistan.
What?
In addition to the dead souls,
You got a homicide.
celebrating. Great people
Nice.
to celebrate. And the press won't mention Afghanistan. You don't hear it mentioned in ours.
I'll have to build a stable.
Afghanistan was tragic for many reasons. Obviously the dead, obviously the wounded, obviously giving away billions of dollars worth of equipment. But it's devastating for one of the reasons. Because of Afghanistan, it showed our enemies that we're incompetent. But we have an incompetent president, an incompetent vice president, and look, Putin would have never, if I were president, he would have never got into Ukraine. When he saw that, when he saw Afghanistan, he said, this is a great time, let's go. Because it was the apple of his eye, I know him well, but I always said Vladimir did not do it. But it was the apple of his eye, where I was gone, and have this guy that doesn't know he's alive. When that happened, Afghanistan happened, so tragic and so incompetent. So these people are highly overrated. He would have never gotten it. If you didn't have the Afghanistan, he would have never gotten it. Okay, thank you for making another stop. We're going to Michigan. And the next stop is Michigan. We're going to save the auto industry because we're not going to have an auto industry. They're making all electric cars are all be made in China. And we can have an auto industry. So we're going to go and save the auto industry. We're going to bring back mini plants. We're going to make automobile production bigger than it ever was in this country, and it'll be easy to do. And we're not going to let China build massive auto factories in Mexico, where they're building them right now. They're building massive factories in Mexico, and they think they're going to make cars in Mexico, sell them into us, and we're going to lose all our jobs. Not going to happen. These people that love Vietnam also, they're very smart people, great business people, great successful business people. When they hear that, you understand just instinctively that I'm right. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
Was former President Trump talking about a number of topics, including the upcoming debate that he has with Vice President Kamala Harris, saying he is absolutely not preparing, saying that he is the most prepared he's ever been, and he doesn't need to practice for that upcoming debate. Also saying that he's disappointed that right now he's only scheduled to have one debate against Harris. He had proposed 3 debates. Right now, Vice President Harris has agreed. Let's talk. You can do it. Let you do more with your money.
Where's that horse at?
Heading towards Dome.
Gotta get some food for that horse. Made a stable.
Nice. Before I left, I fed it like 2 or 3 mushrooms. So it should be a little bit okay for now. Just got dominated, got double teamed by 2 hazmat guys. Your thoughts?
Sounds like Ivan. You're punished. He was here and now he's gone. Where did we go? When's that bash at Berlin? This weekend?
Your paycheck isn't for a couple of days, but you needed some money now. Got the Wave Extra Cash has been my absolute lifesaver because it gives me a generous advance when I'm needing money from home. And what's even more clutch is that they send the money to you. They expect me to account in 5 minutes and there's no interest or late. Yeah, you're right. I was really struggling between paychecks. Sometimes I don't know how to make money because instead of asking to borrow money from others, I just download Dave, open an Extra Cash account, get in the bit. Your OTC is EONE. He's done. Item number 2. Whether it's Kevin Owens or Cody Rhodes that wins the title, it doesn't matter who wins because I got next. I am going to bring back the undisputed title back to my family. And I am going to bring back that title to me. Give me your title. As a matter of fact, give it to Tom alone. You can't be a tag team champion if you're going to be my own personal enforcer. The blind loyalty of the promoting round of paying off. Jacob Fatu.
Solo. We don't care who your bodyguard is or your tag team champions because we got business tonight. And y'all getting back to family matters later.
Oh, B-Fam, he ain't Urkel, but you can't talk about Bloodline version 8675309 like that. I mean, they're happy because they just got a promotion. Cute, right? Sad for them, just it's promotion season. Because they're going to be known as former tag team champs. Because it's really fucking time. And it's really what the fuck?
Getting slapped around is what you're going to get.
With Coinbase, you can trade Bitcoin in 6 easy steps. Create a debit card with Coinbase.
I watched this weekend, and it's the worst of all networks. Smuckers Operates or Exposed, and the worst. And they had this Jonathan Charles, a lightweight, and he was asking questions of John Gott, who was their desk, by the way. Only a total pro could have gotten to do that interview. And I watched that group go get the light about the vanilla ice cream. And then I watched it later with Tom Gott, and then Tom Gott made it like this. So when you see the level of hatred in that room When you see Jonathan Grohl, he's terrible. I mean, just terrible. He's just an average person. And then when you look at the roundtable,
What kind of insult? He's just an average person.
The no gave the question, I'm looking, I said, I've been seeing her a long time. So she's the one that gave the questions to debate Hillary Clinton, Hillary. And when I look at that, there was some other, a blonde woman, I have no idea who she was, the level of hostility was and mine she was really having to do it. But nothing softer than she'll do, to be honest with you. But when I looked at the hostility of that, I said, why are they doing it? Let's do it with another network. I want to do it. You know, I won because of the debates. That's Biden. I won because of the debates. I want to do debates.
Well, now what? It's not time to go to work, or I'd be at work. Don't nobody quit. Knock it off. I go to the gym, do some cardio or something. I'm bored. Bored sitting here. The tears. Road paid for that PS5, you idiot. Take a day off. Good Lord. Ugh. Jim, anyway, get some water. Oh. Fuck. I'll switch to my phone. Shit. Get on this later. Ugh.